Welcome back to art class with Ms. Hertzo. Today we are going to be doing some realistic hand drawings. Because hands are so difficult to draw, I thought it would be a nice, easy way to get into it, and I have a few little tricks to help everyone. So we're going to go ahead and start by tracing our hands like we did in elementary school. So don't mind my ugly hand, but when you trace it, make sure you hold the pencil straight up and down. If you hold it at an angle, you're not going to get that outline that we want. So very basic thing to remember. All right, so we have the outline, and from here, this is the easiest way to first start drawing the hand. So we're going to add the details. So I like to start with the nails of the hand and then work our way from there. So if I'm looking at my hand and drawing it, I'm going to start with my thumbnail, and it's going to come outside and follow that curve. So let's just do all of our nails first. And I don't really have long nails, so I don't have to worry about coming up past that. So they're kind of straight on the sides. And then you can kind of see that little white area on your nail. You can go ahead and draw that in too for that extra detail. And then we're going to do the wrinkles of our knuckles. So make sure you're looking in the right spot, and you can actually put your hand right next to it and start drawing there. So we got some in here. And then we got some over here. So notice how it's usually a top curve, a straight line, and then a bottom curve. That's kind of what we want to see. And some have more lines than others. Depending on how old you are, you might have more wrinkles. I have my nice, ugly artist hands. And so far, so good. So the next part I want you to look at is kind of where your knuckle goes. So those little areas that kind of stick out. So I'm going to kind of draw almost like parentheses where they kind of happen. And then you can extend some of these lines that kind of overlap. So the main thing to make something look realistic is mainly done by shading. Shading on the outside, and then we're going to come in where the knuckles are and kind of shade around those areas as well. So this one we get pulled down more. And a few more lines here. All right, so let's go ahead and start shading. So on the edges, they're going to be dark, and then it's going to fade in. So the highlight, it should be on the middle top of my finger. And then you can also shade around the nail beds. So remember, when you're shading, you're holding your pencil almost flat. If you hold it straight up, you're gonna get some really ugly, scratchy lines, and you don't want that. So after you learn how to draw the hands with tracing it first, you can kind of see the forms in this one and change up kind of like the style of how you're holding your hand and get more complicated. So this is a really good way to start when you first start learning how. And it doesn't take very long at all. All right, so from here, we can go ahead and just use your finger or a blending stump if you have it. And then we can clean up the edges with the eraser and bring out some highlights as well. And there we have it. So I hope you guys practice drawing these more, and you can get a lot more complicated with them as you go. So good luck, and show me some of your images when you're done. I can't wait to see them.